Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. It's not an episode like usual, but I'm going to tell you a story of how I almost burnt down my entire boat and I almost lost everything I worked so hard for. So on the 27th of September 2021, working on my boat, the day was coming to an end, and you know, as I'm working throughout the day, I collect all the shavings and the sawdust and I reuse that lighting the fire, and so it doesn't go to waste, and it's a great way to start the fire. Also then, the immature thing that I've been doing is I started collecting brush cleaner also, so the white spirits are the brush cleaner that I'm using for cleaning the brush, and so cleaning all the brushes. So I collect that and I'll put it inside the bucket also with the sawdust and the shavings, and that'll soak it up, and it also makes like a great way to start the fire. But again, as you'll know in the story, it's very stupid what I did. So normally it goes well, but this time the day was coming to an end. I was trying to light the fire, and I was lighting the fire, but I also had my phone in my right hand. So normally I'm doing this with just my other hand is free and everything is safe-ish. But so I decided to film a short video at the same time and send it to my friend. So I opened the top lid of the old stove. I start to empty the embers or the sawdust into the fire. And the fire's already lit at this point, and I didn't it had got going quite a bit. So the flames were actually coming out of the fire. As I tipped the sawdust in from a little bit away, the flames just jumped straight into the bucket. So now the whole bucket is on fire. So I put the bucket down quickly and I'm like, whoa, this is bad. This is really, really bad. So I'm thinking like, I have to make a quick decision, like what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna get out of evade this situation and not burn down the whole boat. So it's just like flashing before me, like I'm thinking like, what can I do here? So I think if I go out the normal exit to double doors in the wheelhouse cabin, there is a blanket, a draft excluder that I've set up between those two rooms, and if I go there for sure, I'm not going to be able to get it out of the way. That's going to go up in flames within a matter of seconds, and it's going to be worse. So my only other option was to go out into the V-berth, and in the V-berth, in the room in the bow, there is still the hole that is not closed up yet, where all the rotten timber was taken out. So I think to myself, okay, this is my only way to put out these flames. And also I have a sheet of plywood taped up against this compartment, or these two rooms. So I think, okay, I have to tear this down. So the bucket's on the ground, it's in flames still, burning, starting to melt. And so I tear it down really quickly, and I tear it down over the flames and throw it down on the bed behind me that I've set up. And then I pick up the bucket, just the hard lip. The rest is starting to melt and deform. And I then decide, okay, I reach out, I throw it, I don't even go into the next room, I just throw it straight out through the hole, but it hits the edge of the boat, like the gunnel or the bottom part that's still there, the hard wood. So the bucket still falls out, but more sawdust fell into the boat, and now this is flaming also. So I run outside quickly, I reach the top gunnel of the boat and then the jetty. So now I've straddled between the two and my feet are in the water. I use my legs and my feet to splash in as much water as possible to put out the flames. Now the bucket is floating across the surface of the water, and it's going under the big green cover I have over the bow. So I think, wow, how can this get any worse? And also my parents were in the other houseboat, and I don't know why, but in that moment I never shouted at them, and they could have helped. But I just was in that zone that I knew I had to do it. I was on my own, kind of. So even though I should have asked for help, but so now I put the flames out that are inside the boat, and now the bucket is still on fire. It's just a hard lip that's left. You know, the rest is that's all that's floating on the water. And as it goes under the green cover, I see the flames get closer and closer to the cover. I think, oh wow, this is going to go up. So I reach for a long gunnel, a piece of gunnel that's left on the jetty. I grab it. It's really long and heavy, and I just reach it. It just reaches the flaming bucket, and I dip it underwater, and it goes out. Finished. And I'm soaked, and luckily, emergency evaded. I was very lucky. It was such a stupid thing, and now I'll never do this again. We learn from our mistakes. So definitely, guys, stay safe out there, and yeah. That was really crazy. So I'm thinking of also putting together short questions and answers Q&A videos while I'm away from the boat here on other projects, my own personal projects. So if you're interested in that, please do comment below, and I'll put those together. So it'd be nice for you guys to share more information about the boat and history and what I can. So as always guys, stay productive and have fun creating.